Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian, or just call me Stephen. My name is Stephen, yes. It's with a PH. Um, so, uh, Saturday. Well, I'm sure that are seeing a lot of things happening around here, but I just wanted to share something that will be quite illuminating. Well, um, March, this Saturday, March 7th, we have Mercury being purified in the heart of the sun. I'll share this with the chart with you right now. Actually, let me just share this chart with you right now. Hold on. Here we go. Saturday, March 7th, early in the morning. Yeah. March 7th, even on the East Coast. Yep. Could be March 8th on the rest of the world. But we have a Mercury is in the heart of the sun, right here. Actually, let me circle that for you. Mercury and the sun are at the same degree. They are in the Mercury is in the heart of the sun, which is we call a Cazimi in astrology. And Mercury is getting purification here. I'm going to clear that drawing and then close that. Yep. Mercury is getting purified. Communicate and even though Mercury is retrograde, and actually, right, well, actually, Mercury will be moving retrograde, but the sun will keep moving ahead. Will it be conjunct again? No. Actually, not until. But this is the first Kazemi of 2026. And I will be talking more about this because actually, when Mercury is within 16 minutes of orb of the sun, that's actually the exact degree right now here that I'm showing you this. And Venus is going to be in Aries by then. Actually, let's see. Is it going to be there day before? On Friday? Yes. Friday, Venus moves into Aries. Venus will have a lot of passion, but she's debilitated. She's in her exile here in Aries. Yes, Venus is a detriment in her exile. She's in exile here. Detriment. Not a very good placement, but hey, you know what? It has a lot of passion, a lot of get things done in very Aries, bold, and possibly um, some a little bit of uh, haphazard. Well, it could be haphazard. It could also be spontaneous. So, yeah, that's Venus will be moving into Aries on Friday. And then Saturday we have our Mercury Cazimi. And the moon will be in Scorpio by then too. The moon will be in fall um in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio. Yep. Fall is in her fall. The moon is in Libra right now, today and tomorrow. And then we go ahead to Saturday. The moon will be in Scorpio in fall. So, as will Venus in fall. Mercury is in detriment and fall in Pisces. Um, the only planets that have dignity are Mars in Pisces and Venus. I'm sorry, Jupiter. This is planet Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is in his exaltation. He exalted in Cancer, Jupiter. Mars has triplicity in Cancer. And this is a night chart because the sun is below the horizon in the third house at this time in the West Coast. And so Saturn isn't in great condition in Aries, even though Saturn in Aries still does Saturnian things. Saturn is still Saturn, uh, doing Saturn stuff like responsibility, restriction, um, the taskmaster, doing things boldly, spontaneous. It could be spontaneous, but methodically as well. Saturnian things. Boundaries. You have to keep down those boundaries. It's Saturn. So Saturn has a lot to do with this. Uh, although Mercury, ruled by Gemini and Virgo, there's nothing in the signs of Gemini and Virgo except for the South Node in Virgo. And there's nothing in Gemini. This is the sign of the glyph for Gemini. Uranus will be moving in there in a month, I think. Right? Let's move this ahead a month. Uranus will be at 29 degrees by April 7th, and then move this into days. The end of April, into May. Yeah, April 27th, 25th, 26th. Let's move this into hours. So yeah, that's like, and then we can move this in date into hours. Uranus will be on the 25th, or late on the 25th. So 26th for everybody else. So yeah. For the rest of the world, if you're in the United States, on the other side of the United States, or this on the other side of the pond, as they say in England. It'll be the 26th, April 26th when Uranus enters Gemini. I'm April 20. Let me check my check here. The 26th. Uranus enters Gemini. April 25th. Yeah. That's the next planet to change signs. And Mercury, where's Mercury? Is in Aries right now. By then. Let's move this into a month. Mercury will be still be in Pisces by the end of March. Let's move this into a day into days when Mercury moving into Aries on April 15th, right? Yes. Let's double check my notes. April 15th, 14th. April 14th. Ooh. Ay. April 14th. Let's go weeks. March. Okay. April 6th. Mercury. April 6th. Okay. Mercury still in Pisces. April 13th. And then let's move this into a day. And then hours. It'll be, well, yeah, the 15th for everybody else. But because it's going to be moving into April 14th at 8:40 something, at least 8:30, something around there. Let's move that into 8:30, see what happens. Yep, 8:20 some 8. Oops. 8:22 p.m. on the West Coast. Add 3 hours, you're still in the United States. Add 5 hours from the East Coast from there. It'll be the 15th. It'll be actually the 15th on the East Coast. So, yeah. So, for everybody else, Mercury will be in Aries on the 15th, as I was saying, technically. For the rest of the world, the West Coast will see it on late evening, at night, at around 8:20, 20, yep, 2. The moon will be in Pisces. So the moon will be cleaning up all this emotional stuff until the moon moves into Aries. Well, the moon in Aries. Well, hmm, moon in Aries is not great either. But April. We'll start when Mars will be in Aries as well before Mercury enters Aries. So yes, let's move this. Mars, Mars moves into Aries April 9th. Yes, April 9th. So yeah, as a lot of planetary movement here. Venus has moved through Pisces quickly through Aries. And by April 9th, we're in the middle. Venus is in the middle of her rulership. Actually, hey, how about that? Let's move this back weeks. Venus enters Taurus, a sign she rules. She's in her rulership domicile, one of her domiciles, Taurus, on March 30th, at the end of March. So yeah, nice, 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 nice. Uh-huh. There's a lot of forward momentum going on by this time because there would be no retrograde planets whatsoever. Because Jupiter will be moving direct on March 11th. Hey, not bad. Actually, all that before Mercury gets out of retrograde and everything changes, moves into uh, Venus by March. Yeah, 11th. Venus will be in Aries. Um, Venus enters Aries on the 6th of April, March, right? From 6th of March. Venus enters Aries, yes. On the 6th of March. I already showed you that. And then Mercury will be out of retrograde by 8 degrees of Pisces, right? So then we'll be in our post shadow period. Being Mercury will be going over everything that we've reviewed, revised, revisioned, reimagined, reestablished things. And Jupiter is not retrograde anymore. No planets are retrograde at this point. On actually the 20th, March 20th, for I guess the West Coast. The 20 the and the Sun enters Aries as well as Mercury goes direct. Yeah, at 8 degrees on March 20th. The Sun enters Aries. The Sun will be in air. Sun in Aries is not terrible either. The Sun will be in his exaltation at this time. So we have the sun is in his exaltation. Mars still has plenty of dignity here. The moon, not so much. Venus is in detriment. Yeah. Uh, or yeah, or an exile. Mm, Venus is in a sign that is ruled by its opposite sign, Libra. So Venus rules Libra, but when it's in Aries, it's detriment. Yeah. Um. Wow, we have a lot of planets in Aries by the end of March. The Sun and Neptune, Saturn, Venus, the Moon. Well, this is Chiron. That's not a planet. That's an asteroid, Chiron. And DS, that's the descendant. You don't need to see that. This is just so that I know the descendant Libra opposing all these planets in Aries, or all these planets in Aries are, and I would say, hmm, there's a lot of debate whether we have an astrological New Year, a Chinese New Year, or is January 1st the actual New Year? Or would you say April 1st is the New Year? So many people say so many different things, but the astrological New Year, beginning of spring, I think is the beginning of the new year. So brand new year starting with a lot of planets in Aries. March 20th. And then there's only one, two, three, four planets that are not in Aries. Mercury in Pisces, Mars in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, and Jupiter in Cancer. This is the part of spirit calculated. That's a calculated point. It's calculated by the ascendant, the sun, and the moon. So is the part of fortune a point in the sky that is changes from the sun, the ascendant, and the moon, and if you're a day or a night chart. So, um, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. This was going to be a short 20-minute video about uh so yeah, I'm gonna stop the share, and so yeah, let's see. Um for show the clock, March 4th. So here's today, right now. We have Leo rising, 2:55 p.m. Why not? Cool. And Moon in Libra. Mars is at almost 2 degrees of Pisces. The Sun is at 14 degrees of Pisces. Mercury. So yeah, we're gonna have a Cazimi on March, where Mercury will be in the heart of the Sun. on the March 7th, Saturday, this Saturday. Oh, yes. Actually, good news. My mom is going to be moving from the rehab center on Friday, sometime Friday. She'll be joining my dad at the assisted living facility, which is really good news. They're both doing so much better, and so yeah, they are moving new resident. My mom will be moving from the new residence. Uh, so there's that. Okay. Thanks for watching. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Um, Post a comment, and keep on trucking. Keep on keeping on. Actually, we will get through whatever the world is thrown at us. However, side of the however you um, see things going, uh, we're all. I pray for everybody around the world, and all right. Well, take care, everybody. Bye. Peace. Peace. Out.